You know, there's a kind of strength the world can see. And then there's the kind it often doesn't. One wears medals, builds empires, climbs ladders. The other sits quietly with discomfort, learns from failure, and chooses growth even when no one's watching. Lao Tzu. A name whispered through the centuries, once said, "He who conquers others is strong. He who conquers himself is mighty." That line always hits me differently, because we've all been taught to chase strength. To prove something, to push, perform, produce. Always aiming for the next win, the next title, the next validation. And in many ways, we've become really good at conquering things. Deadlines, markets, metrics. We've learned to navigate the outside world like warriors. But here's the question we don't ask enough. Have we learned to face our inner world with that same courage? See, conquering others can be powerful. It takes effort, strategy, discipline. But conquering yourself? That takes soul. That takes honesty. That takes a kind of bravery no spotlight ever rewards. Because conquering yourself means looking in the mirror and confronting what's hard to face. The insecurities we hide. The jealousy we mask. The anger we deny. The habits we excuse. The truth we avoid. And the thing is, you can't fake that kind of strength. You can put on confidence for the world. But your inner world knows whether you're truly free. Let me be honest with you. There was a time in my life when I thought being in control meant having the final say. Keeping my walls up. Never letting anyone see me struggle. But over time, that kind of strength wore me down. Because it wasn't rooted in peace. It was rooted in fear. Fear of not being enough. Fear of being vulnerable. fear of being misunderstood. And you can't conquer fear by pretending it's not there. You conquer fear by naming it. By sitting with it. By learning what it's really trying to tell you. Conquering yourself starts with awareness. It means asking, why did that comment bother me so much? Why am I reacting so strongly right now? Where is this emotion really coming from? Sometimes, that emotion isn't even about the present moment. Sometimes it's the echo of something old. A wound from years ago that never fully healed. Maybe your fear of being abandoned started in childhood. Maybe your need to always be right comes from never feeling heard. Maybe your perfectionism is just a disguise for feeling unworthy. We all carry stories. And many of them go untold, even to ourselves. But when you take time to really listen, you start hearing what's beneath the noise. And that's when the healing begins. Conquering yourself is not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming aware. And choosing differently. It's about noticing when ego shows up and choosing humility instead. It's about recognizing your triggers and responding with wisdom, not reaction. It's about pausing long enough to ask, is this who I want to be right now? That's power. That's freedom. That's what it means to be mighty. Let me give you a simple example. Say someone criticizes you. Instantly, you feel the heat rise. You want to defend yourself, maybe even snap back. That's the outer battle. But the inner battle? That's when you take a breath and ask, why does this cut so deep? Is there a part of me that believes what they're saying? Am I fighting them, or am I fighting my own doubt? And just like that, the moment becomes a mirror. You're not just reacting anymore, You're reflecting. You're learning. You're growing. And that's the quiet victory. The one that no one else may see. But that changes everything. Might isn't about domination. It's about transformation. It's about taking the parts of you that were once at war and teaching them how to make peace. It's about holding space for your shadows instead of running from them. About recognizing your patterns and gently rewriting them. You don't need to be fearless to be mighty. You just need to be willing to meet your fear with compassion, not condemnation. Because true might doesn't shout. It listens. It doesn't demand. It understands. So if you're on the journey of conquering yourself, know this. You are doing sacred work. Even when it's messy. Even when it's uncomfortable. Even when it feels like no one else understands what you're going through. The quiet effort you make to become more self-aware. The tears you shed behind closed doors. The courage it takes to say, "I'm still learning," instead of pretending to have it all together. That is strength. That is wisdom. That is might. There will always be people who seem stronger than you. Faster, louder, more successful. But strength that's built on performance fades. Strength that's built on self-mastery lasts. So don't just aim to conquer the world. Aim to understand yourself. Because once you do, no one can take that kind of power away from you. And in the quiet moments, when you feel peace instead of pressure, when you feel grounded instead of reactive, you'll know you didn't just win. You became mighty.